Hello, everyone. This is Blago, CEO and founder of Modlix, a business planning and financial reporting solution for startups and SMEs. Today, we talk about an e-commerce performance dashboard. But before we jump into it, let's answer two questions. What is a dashboard and why is it important? A dashboard is a powerful tool that helps you understand your company's performance. And it is important because it helps you understand how your business is performing at a glance. So you can make data-driven decisions on what is working well and what needs more focus and improvement in your business. Now, there are 5 things you need to fully understand in order to properly manage the performance of your business. Number one, your revenue and sales performance. Are we selling as much as we want? Are we growing our sales as fast as we can? Number two, profitability. It's great to have growing sales and revenues, but at some point of time, you have to start making profit. Number three, cash flows and your cash position. You can be profitable, but if you need to keep investing into your business, you may actually run out of money, even though you're profitable. So you need to manage your cash flow. Number four, operating KPIs. They help you understand whether your operational processes in your business are working properly. Number five, your conversion funnel, to understand whether your sales and marketing machine is working well. So let's jump into a one-page dashboard that helps us answer all of these questions at a glance. So this is a one-page e-commerce dashboard that will help us at a glance answer all those 5 questions and understand the performance of our business. Now, first part here at the top, here you want to look at the high level numbers. You want to look at your revenue. How is the revenue performing in last month, let's say, versus your plan and versus the previous year. You want to look at the expenses, your EBITDA or your profitability, and your cash position to make sure that your cash position is fine. So that's the first level of information that you want to look at. Then you go into profitability. There are 2 main charts you want to look at. One is your EBITDA bridge or your profitability bridge. It could be a net income a bridge as well. But in this case, I would say EBITDA bridge is more suitable, where you're able to understand what was your planned EBITDA, in this case 46,000. What is your actual EBITDA for the month? It's 48,000. Great. We have been able to generate more EBITDA than we planned. And then the reasons why is your EBITDA higher than expected. And in this case, we see that the reason is very simple. We've generated significantly higher revenues than we expected, 51,000 more revenues than what we expected, which mainly drives the increased actual EBITDA versus the plan. Then you want to look at your profit margins, gross profit margin, actual versus plan and versus previous year, EBITDA margin and net income margin. Those are the 3 most important margins you want to look at. Then you want to look at your operating KPIs. Most important 10, 11 most operating KPIs for the e-commerce industry include things like average order value. What is the average price a customer pays for one purchase? And we see that the actual in this case was $100, the average order value, which was 24% higher than the plan and 70% higher than last year. Excellent. We are performing great on average order value. Number of orders. Okay, here we can see now some reason for concern. We're seeing that we've had actually generated 4,441 orders in this month, which is 12% less than planned and 20% less than last year. Okay, so a bit of reason for concern there, and to understand what are the reasons for this for the reduced number of orders, so that we can improve our business going forward. Then you can dig deeper with the following KPIs to understand why are your number of orders lower in this case. Well, you look at your website traffic. We see 50,000 people came to our website, which is 11 and 12% lower than planned last year. All right. There is one reason why our number of orders are lower. We have less people coming to the website. Conversion rate, next KPI we want to look at. What is the percent of people that actually come to our website that actually buy something? 8.9% is just 1% lower than planned, but 11% lower than last year. So here is one more area of concern where we need to look at why are people converting less than last year and less than the plan as well. Next important KPI is to look at the number of active or the percent of active customers. From the total number of customers that you have in your database, what percent are actually actively bought something during this period. 56%, okay, but which is 12% lower than planned and 13% lower than last year. Okay, so here now we are able to understand one of the main reasons why are we getting less number of visitors to our website and less number of orders, because the that are active customers are being reduced. And here we can already start to understand the reasons for our performance. But let's look at the next KPI, which is number of orders per active customer, and 2.1 orders per active customer for this month. Well, in comparison to plan, is 9% higher. It's 1% higher than last year. Okay, so we can see now that the orders per active customer has increased. And it's higher than planned. However, our number of active customers has reduced. And what this will tell us is that probably the reason why our traffic numbers have gone down and why our orders have gone down is because there is a certain segment of people that are finding that used to buy products from us. They're finding these products somewhere else now, because the percent of active customers has reduced, but the number of active orders per active customer has increased. So those that are remaining active customers, they're buying more per month. Great, they're happy. But there is certain segment of people which are finding substitute products somewhere else. So we need to dig deeper and understand what segment of our customers are we losing, so we can improve that segment and improve our performance. Next KPI, operational KPI, is your return rate. What percent of your orders are orders are being returned? 20%. It's a large percentage from all orders, but it is lower than what we expected and last year. So this seems to be okay. We should be happy with that. Our out of stock rate. This is the percent of orders that people try to order something, but it was out of stock. 16%. Again, a high percentage, but it's according to plan, and it's actually lower than last year. So we should be okay with that performance. Customer acquisition cost is your next KPI that you want to be looking at in your e-commerce business. It costs us $50 to acquire every new customer, which is 10% lower than the plan, 12% lower than last year. We're happy with that. Lifetime value is the next KPI, or customer lifetime value is the next KPI that you want to be looking at. And this is what this tells us is what is the total amount of money that we expect to earn from one single customer over their lifetime, over the lifetime as a user of our platform. So we are currently able to generate $300 from every customer, and it costs us only $50 to acquire a new customer, which is a great ratio of 6-to-1, and we should be happy with that performance. The more money we put into customer acquisition, the more value we will generate, because our customer lifetime value is 6 times higher than the customer acquisition cost. And the last KPI that we want to be looking at is the Net Promoter Score, or this is a customer satisfaction score. 7.3 in this example for this period. However, it was 8.3 planned and 8.1 last year. Apparently, the customer satisfaction has dropped in our example. And this is probably where we can find the reason why our percent of active customers, our conversion rate, and our website traffic is going down. There is some reason why our customers are unhappy. So when you look at these 11 KPIs, they paint for you a full picture of where you could be looking for improvement opportunities, and to dig deeper to understand what you need to do. So that's the operating KPIs. Next section would be your conversion funnel. The conversion funnel for your e-commerce business is you look at the number of visitors that you get to your website, then what percent of them actually view a product, then what percent add a product to a cart, then what percent of those that add a product to a cart actually go to the checkout page, and what percent of the people that went to the checkout page actually made a purchase. So what we can see is that in this example is that 80% of the visitors actually looked at the product page. Great. Then 50% of them added a product to their cart. Now, from those that added product to a cart, only 50% went to the checkout page. Okay, there might be room for improvement there. And then finally, from those that went to the checkout page, only 44% actually finished the purchase. Now, definitely room for improvement there. We need to understand why 56% of the people that went to the checkout page actually did not finish the purchase. So the conversion funnel helps you understand at each stage what percent of your potential customers you're losing, so that you know at which step of the funnel you need to improve the process to improve those conversion rates. And finally, your cash flow, your cash flow analysis. Two specific charts. One is around working capital, and there are three KPIs you should be looking at there. The DSO, or the days sales outstanding. Basically, what this means is how many days does it take from the time you sell a product for you to get paid by your customer? And in this case, it's 5 days. E-commerce platform, most of our sales, a lot of our sales happen online at the time of purchase. But we have some large customers which get 30-day payment periods. So on average, we collect our sales in 5 days. We're happy with that. Now, DPO, or days payables outstanding. This basically tells us how many days do we take to pay our invoices from the time that we receive them. We pay our invoices in 3 days from the time we receive them. There is definitely room for improvement there. We should be negotiating terms with our suppliers where we pay on extended payment terms, like 15 or 30 or 45 days from the time that we buy the products until we pay them. So we can actually manage our cash flow better, increase the number of days we take to pay our invoices. And then DIO, or days inventory outstanding. What this tells us is how many days does it take us to sell our products from the time they get to our inventory until how many days does it take for us to sell them? 4 days. That's extremely good performance. It takes us only 4 days to sell our products from the time they get into inventory. I don't think we can improve that much more. So that's your working capital KPIs that you should be looking at. And then finally, the last chart, your cash flow chart, helps you understand the cash flow, how you generate and spend cash in your company. There are three specific sections. That's the operating cash flow, your investing cash flow, and your financing cash flow. And then the final bar here is the net cash flow that we generate for our company. So operating cash flow is the cash flow that we generate from our sales minus the expenses that we have in our business. So we're generating 48,000 positive cash flow. Excellent. However, 21,000 from those we are investing into equipment for our business. Now that's a large part of that. Of that operating cash flow that we're investing into equipment. We need to understand that whether there will be a continuous need to keep investing such large amounts of money. And then we are paying back a loan, $4,000. Our financing cash flow, we are paying back a loan to a bank. So our net cash flow, the net cash that we are able to generate in this period, was 22,000. So we have a positive net cash flow. We have a positive cash balance. So far, it seems like our business is stable and on good track. So that is a one-page e-commerce performance dashboard that helps us understand the performance of our business in literally few minutes and find the places where we need to dig deeper and improve our performance. If you need help with planning and reporting about your e-commerce business, check us out at modlix.com. There are many other useful resources and videos on our YouTube channel and on the webpage itself. And if you need custom help for your specific business, do contact us through the website or at contact@modlix.com. I hope you enjoyed this session and it was helpful. Have a great day.